Okay, this is Unit 3, Lesson 1, Part 3. Okay, let's finish solving this question. We have to find the question mark on the bottom, so I have to ask myself, this is a missing variable. Let's just make it y. I have to move the y up. So when I do that, I get sine 52 times y equals 7.52. So to get y by itself, I've got to move side 52 over to the other side, and I get 7.52 divided by sine 52, and I'm dividing here. And when you do that, you get an answer of 9.55 meters. So y equals 9.55 meters, and that's your missing side. Okay, the next part is taking a look at an application of trying to figure out the height of something. And to visualize this, let's draw a person. Draw the ground. And it says they're 50 meters away from the base of a tower. And the base is the bottom. Okay, so we know they're 50 meters away. They're going to use this tool to measure the angle to the top of the building. Like that. The only problem is they're measuring 1.5 meters off the ground because they're looking from their eyes, and their eyes are at the top of their head, not down here. So all that's done to the question is just add on an additional height. So I've got to take into account their height of 1.5 meters because that's going to add on an additional 1.5 meters to the building. Otherwise, I'm just finding really this. So if I solve this triangle and I just looked at the triangle, it would forget this bottom part of 1.5 meters. So I've got to tack it on at the end to find the real height of the entire tower. Now, the only tricky thing is using this clinometer. When you angle up and you look up to the top of the item, remember the line of view is this way. And I'm just going to draw this with a big, thick line. The angle you're measuring is 60 degrees. So the angle you're measuring is 60 degrees. It's here. So the way the clinometer works is because of gravity, this is the straight line that's there. It's measuring at 60 degrees. So your field of view to the top is this, and this is gravity going down at 60 degrees. So the 60 degrees goes in here. That's the only tricky thing to remind yourself. Now, two things you could do. Since you've got a guy that's here, you could label your triangle from the perspective of the angle, or let's just figure out what this angle is and solve it because we're looking from here. It kind of makes more sense to solve it from the way you're looking at. So if that's 60 and that's 90, that would make 150. It would make the missing angle 30 degrees. Okay, so the missing angle is going to be 30 degrees here. Okay, now I can label my triangle, and I'm just going to label it from the guy's perspective. That's your O, that's your H, and that's your A. So if I'm just going to draw the triangle, the O is what we're trying to find. We don't know that. We want to know that height. And the bottom is 50. Because this is 50, that's 50 as well. The angle's 30. And the H, we don't know. Well, I'm going to have to use two sides. I have to use a side because I'm trying to find it, and I have to use my A because that's the only thing they give me any info on. So I'm going to be using tan of O and A. So I'll go tan of 30 equals O over A. Okay? So fill in your info. Tan of 30 equals the x over 50. So I'm multiplying here. So tan of 30 times 50. And I get x equals, and if I did my calculation right here, 28.9 meters. But that's not the total height. That's the height of this, the triangle. Don't forget the guy's height, and you tack it on at the end. So all I do is add on another 1.5. So I'm going to get about 30.4. And you're done. And that's your answer. Okay, what I'd like you to do is go to the worksheet and work on that. It's on the next page. I think there's 2 pages to do. That's your assignment in class.